What is up, you guys? And welcome back to Karuna Satori Basic. And if you are new here, same as our ASMR channel, I'd like to welcome you to our family. And today's video, as every single time I film on this channel, I'm like, it's been a long time, I'm gonna start filming over here, but really in reality it's when I'm in the mood to be able to like do a story time, because I want to make sure that I get everything down. I just spent like 8 minutes talking about what I'm going to talk about now again, because I was trying to put on this wig and then I realized like it kind of matches sort of the hair color, whatever. So today we are going to be doing two things. I thought, since I'm coming back to Karuna Basic to do a video, that I would do an unboxing of a life-size replica of my Munchkin Cat. So if you guys don't know or have not remembered or haven't seen, I own a Himalayan Munchkin Cat, and Munchkin Cats are the really long body. They look like they literally represent or like replicate whatever the word I'm looking for, dachshund dogs, the long wiener dogs and everything like that. They have short little paws. I've had Munchkin since 2016, November 2014, actually. I take that all back. It was November in 2014. Yeah, I've had him for years. And he's my best friend. So I was browsing Etsy, and we all know I love to waste tons of money on life-size stuffed animals. And that is exactly what I did. I mean, my kids could have a college fund, apparently, but no, like, let's waste it on life-size stuffed animals that are meaningless. So with that being said, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and a little bit of the Munchkin Cat replica that a company made for me. Or they're not a company, they're a couple. And their name is like Igor and it'll be in here. I will link it all down below. They make like, your animals, they'll do their own. Like if you have a fantasy creature in mind. I thought it was really cool, and I love Munchkin. Everybody's always like, is your cat dead? Like, why do you have a massive, portrait of him on the back of your leg? Or why are you like trying to replicate him in a stuffed animal? I don't know. I ask myself these questions, but apparently my mental health has been really good according to everybody for the past like 4 months. So we're good. And again, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this and talking about today why I decided to go and get perma-lip implants and then have them botched. I had 3 procedures. My hair has been falling out for months, or like for a good month now, since the first procedure. It's been super stressful, and it's all my fault. So please don't think I'm playing victim, because I'm the pick-me-ass bitch who decided to act like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go get perma-lip implants so I don't have to go spend money on lip injections, because 3 years ago, I used to believe like, oh, there's, no way I'd go and get like breast implants or Botox or anything else. And it wasn't like I was putting down the fact that people get them. It's just that I was so stuck in my mind that I could accept myself for who I am, when we all know that for everybody, that's not always a realistic expectation. Working on social media for a living, I often see people I constantly want to be physically. And whenever you kind of have the funds to be able to just blow, I guess, you know what I mean? You realize, first off, where your priorities are, and mine obviously were in the gutter, and 2, that you think in your head that you can fix, whatever you want right away. So here is the small backstory of how and why I decided to do this. And in the meantime, I am going to open this. And this is not an ASMR video, clearly. I'm fucking screaming into the Yeti mic. People have probably already clicked off of this video. If you're still following, I really appreciate it. If you clicked off and you're not even watching, you probably will never see this. I'm sorry. Like, this is horrible. This is why I don't ever film on here. But anyway, don't get anxiety. I know how to use this. I don't have any scissors right now. So, okay, I started getting lip injections probably a little over or a little less than a year ago. And the reason I can't get that time right is because I know at least I've had them done 4 times. Now, you're probably thinking 4 times in a year or 4 times less than a year. That's a shit ton lot, or a shit ton of a lot to get lip injections, because if you're familiar with lip injections, they're supposed to last at least 6 to 9 months even. They're supposed to be semi-permanent, and then you go for like, touch-ups later on, months later. So the first time I got lip injections, I got, what were they called? Juvederm. There's like commercials for all of this now, which is crazy. I think it's like really sad, but there's people like me who will go and do it. So I went in, I got them done. Great, good times. Then I noticed over like a period of 2 months that my lips were really deflating. Like they weren't anything like they were in the beginning. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, so they're obviously not going to be the same because, you know what I mean? Like obviously over time they're going to deflate. But then, you know, like a week goes by, they get littler. A week goes by, they get even tinier. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go get these touched up. So the second time I go in, they gave me Restylane. And Restylane's like a more thick, it's a little bit less thick than like, I'm just using the word thick because I don't know the word. For example, you go your first time, you get Juvederm. You go your second time, you get Restylane. It's a little more permanent. Then you go and you get Vobellum, which is really soft. All of it's hyaluronic acid. It's a type of sugar in your body naturally produces, but over time your lips deflate just with age, like anything would. You know what I mean? Like Botox keeps your wrinkles down or smooth. You get what I'm saying. So the second time I went in, he's like, okay, you're back a little early, but he did notice that my lips were half-ass deflated. And he's like, okay, we'll touch them up. He puts Restylane in my lips. I leave. 3 months pass. My lips are just even worse than they were before. I'm like, okay, why is this not working? I go back in. He's like, this is weird. So I go back in a third time and he tries Vobellum. Happens again. 3 more months go by. I go in and I'm loosely using months. You know what I mean? This is a period of time and over a year. Just bear with me on this and I'll explain. So the fourth time I go in, I am just over it. Lip injections cost a lot of money and I'm not trying to waste, you know, my savings and whatever else I've worked for. On, you know, lip injections. Yeah, right. Okay, so anyway, I go in and I'm like, look, I really don't want to keep driving, you know what I mean, like far away to keep doing this. My metabolism or something's obviously, and apparently what he told me is that like your lips digest like injections like faster than I guess Botox would, because I have Botox on my forehead. Like I can't even lift my forehead. He put so much shit in it. Like, I don't know. In my head, half of me is like, well, I'm going back to him, you know, for my Botox touch-ups. And then half of me is like, well, I don't want to seem like I'm talking shit because I'm really not trying to. Let's just fast forward. So I'm going to keep opening this. So I go in and I'm like, look, I don't want to do this, you know, so often. Do you have a more permanent solution? Now, there's a YouTuber online, since I follow all drama channels. I'm like obsessed with it as long as I'm not involved with it. No, that's horrible. And her name is Ashlyn Van Horn, and she is Jaclyn Hill's ex-husband's new girlfriend, twice removed cousin, no, I'm kidding, but ex-girlfriend, or new girlfriend. Her name's Ashlyn Van Horn, and she gets what's called silicone lip injections. I've never heard of this before in my life, so I bring it up to him, and he's like, absolutely no fucking way, like, these are so dangerous for your lips. He's like, over time, your lips will get really bumpy, scar tissue, and if you look at hers, her lips are beautiful. Like, I don't care. I know I'm not like some sexy ass anything. Like I'm nothing. But the point is I can blatantly see it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let her do her. I'm glad he educated me in that. But here's the funny part. He's like, we do have a more permanent solution and they're called permalips. And I'm like, okay, what's permalips? So they're an implant and I'm going to show you here in like 2 seconds the actual implant sizes because I'm going to show you like what he showed me. So he brings out these implants and he's like, so you have a choice of 3 sizes. They're a silicone implant, but they're different types of silicone. They're more soft and squishy and they can't cause like, what do you call it? Like in your breasts, if you get silicone breast implants, you're likely in some percentage to get capsular contracture. I have it on my my right breast. I'm in the first stage of it. It has not progressed. I'm fine. It's just a little tighter than the left side. It's all good, whatever. And that's probably, he said, because I got a hematoma. I just am making this sound so bad. Like I got a hematoma with my breast implants. He put a bunch of Botox on my forehead, like my lip injections. So anyway, fast forward and I'm looking at these implants. I'm like, oh, okay, well, how much are they? And he's like, well, for permanent lip implants, now hear me out, because you're going to be like, why in God's name are you spending? It was $1,800. Now, let me explain. So lip injections each time can range from $300 to $600. And if I got Juvederm, which would be $600, they put it in my lips and then they'll put it on the lines right on the side of my face. And you're thinking, okay, so this is semi-permanent. But when you're going back every 3 months, it's like $3, $6, $9, or $6, $12, $1,800. It's like, okay, so I'll just drop the $1,800 to, keep my implants like this. Or, you know, get implants and have them permanent. So I'm like, okay, this is great. Like, I definitely want to do this. So here's a picture of the implants. Obviously, before they go in lips, this is just what they show you, like the same as if you go to a plastic surgeon's office and they show you breasts first. Here are the permalip implants. So as you can tell, there's like 5mm, 4mm, and 3mm. He's thinking, since I want the whole duck lip, beautiful, gorgeous look, that I should go with 5mm. I just spit. I hope you saw it too. And that's what I chose. I was like, all right, great. We'll go with the biggest size there is. So surgery day is 2 weeks later. I put my money down. So I'm involved with what's called care credit, which is really funny. I explained this with my breasts too, because I didn't pay, or I paid a small portion of my breast, which was like the consult and the 5% down payment. And you can pay with that using care credit. Same with liposuction. Now you get approved for like depends on what you're asking for. I think they don't go past like 12 grand. And then you pay it back. It's really good for your credit. And God knows that I have no credit. It's not that I have bad credit. I just have no credit. So anyway, it's really good for your first time. You should use it. What's funny about it though is like it's for plastic surgery and then veterinary bills. Like, I'm serious. Those two things, surgery and veterinary bills. I don't know where the relation is there, but waving a knife around. So I go to my, or what do you call, pre-op, and they, you know, show me what's going to happen. They're like, so you're going to be awake during this procedure. And my ass was like, what? Because I looked up online, and I'm going to show a little clip of what the procedure is. I will link everything down below. I don't think this is a copyright issue. I hope not. If it is, I apologize prior. If they copyright me, I'll just re-upload the video without it. So here is trigger warning. Like, before I show you this, this is what they're going to do with my lips, right? So I'm just gonna show you it. Yeah, I know. That's literally what they do. They put a hook through your lips. So they're explaining to me in pre-op, they're going to be putting a hook, which you just saw, through the lip and then filtering the implant through. And they're like, you're going to be awake for it, but you're going to be sedated. And I'm like, okay, cool. So this is where the disaster all goes. I go home, get ready, whatever. It's great. I pre-film for a week and everything's excellent. I go in for the surgery on the day. Now, let me explain something to you. If you guys aren't familiar with my breast implant, what do you call it, surgery video, whatever, I explained how it was a disaster when I woke up. I was in excruciating pain. I got a hematoma 6 hours after surgery, had to get surgery again, and then I was in the hospital for like 3 days after on pain management because my pain was my heart rate was so high, it couldn't be, I'm already, you know what I mean, methadone and everything. It's like, come on, man. So I go in for the procedure, they're getting me ready, they put the IV in. I go under. I'm still awake, but they gave me Demerol and I forget, I think a Xanax or something to keep me down. I'm going to tell you, I explained to him over and over and over again, I'm like, from being on methadone for so long and for having such a tolerance, I'm like, please, 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 please be sure you know, like, how much pain medication to give me and know that, like, my tolerance is garbage from methadone. Methadone ruins everything. It ruins all your receptors, even after you get off it, even if you're on it, like, it just fucks up your body. It does. I'm with that for the rest of my life. Like, it saved my life, but it fucked my life. Does that make sense? It's kind of, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I go under and he's like, he gets the first one done. And this is just from my account. So speaking of, during pre-op, I signed a paper stating that I allow them to film me. Because of course I want to share that shit. Like, I wanted to bring it on here and be like, this is what happens when you get permalip. This is awesome. So I feel the needles go in my mouth. Ooh, I hate that feeling that when they stick the, you know what I mean? For dental work, it's the same exact way they put the, dental block in. They lift up your lip and stick it underneath and you go numb. He waited 20 minutes and here I am. So I'm wide awake, a little bit woozy from Xanax or Demerol or whatever, I don't care. And I feel him put the pressure of him putting the hook in my upper lip, right? Gets the implant in, filters it through, I'm good, right? Second one. Puts it in. It's starting to wear off. I'm like, I'm trying to talk. I was like, it's wearing off. He's like, this is why I get like upset, but he's a good doctor overall. Everybody says it, like who I've spoken to, who's been to him, that like he does care, but it's in a more like, I'm going to tell you how it is and I don't care what your opinion is way. He basically stated like, I can't give you anything else. Like, I gave you as much as I can. You're going to have to deal with it. Kind of. Not in those words, but so I feel it go through the bottom part and I'm fucking telling you it hurt. And I couldn't move because I'm strapped. They strap you down to the table. Like my arms are out like this. Feet are strapped down. I'm like, no, but not even kidding. I started crying, like tears. I get like really sad because I'm like, I get sad for myself because like tears are starting to go. And he fucking looks at me and he's like, well, you're not going to look really good for your debut now, are you? And I started crying harder because it's like, why would you say that to me when we're in the middle of surgery? So then he filters it through. Well, he had to do it twice. I take that back. He put it through and he's like, okay, this is messed up. We have to take it. So he takes it out and then he puts the hook through again. Or he puts the implant through because there's already a tunnel through the lip. So he puts a second one in because the first one didn't work apparently. Everything's done. Sews me up, sends me out. No pain meds, antibiotics. I couldn't take them. I'm allergic to the Silins. And there's two different ones. Like they usually don't give certain antibiotics for like mouth. You know what I mean? Like when you get dental work, you get different antibiotics than you would if you had like an infection in your body. So I go home and now here comes the pictures. The first day, I'm going to show you these pictures, and let me tell you that I was in excruciating pain to the point where I blatantly admit that I had to get Percocet off of a friend because I was in so much fucking pain. And here is why. Yes, so as you can see, they were a little bit swollen. So I'm going to also show you the text messages. So I'm freaking the fuck out. They call me the next day and they're like, are you okay? Like, you know, they're just checking in like, how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? I'm like, oh, fucking help me. Like, no, I'm kidding. But I was like, I'm in excruciating pain. Is this normal? Like, I didn't want to tell them that I like bought Percocets. And, well, I ended up doing it anyway because they were like, do you need pain meds? I'm like, no, I admitted that I did. And that's fine. It was only 5 of them. So we're good. But the point is, I'm like, this is so painful. Is this normal? They're like, yes. I send this text. I'm like, you know what I mean? Because later on, they started getting bigger. And here's how. So they're getting bigger and I send the text, which is here. And yeah, they're like, oh yeah, looks normal. Like, we'll see you for your post-op. So I go in, or you know what? I'm sorry. Time goes by and I notice something. I notice that all right, I'm going to get up close and try to explain this to you. And then we're going to open this cat. I've been fucking trying to open this cat for like weeks now. I've had it. But I just wanted to be in the mood to tell this story. So you can't tell now, thankfully. My lips are normal again. They're deflated. It's like, you know, they're still healing and I don't have any like injections in now, but okay. So looking up close, right here, which would be on your, so if this is my left, this would be appearing on your right, but this is my left lip, okay? Right here, there was a bulge. Right here. And I'm going to show you what I mean. And this was it was pinching me, something. Okay, so the implants felt like, I don't want to say like they were bothersome. Like, they told me that I would never be able to whistle again. They're like, you're not going to be able to suck cock the same. Like, just blatantly saying it. Honestly, like, you're not going to be able to do a ton of shit the same way that you did prior. And I'm like, okay. They're like, but you're going to love them. Everything's going to be great. And, you know, my impulsive ass that is so impressionable is like, yes, let's do it. So, anyway, I noticed this. Okay, so where you're seeing the circle around my lip is where the implant decided that it was going to move afterwards because he put the wrong fucking size implant in my lip. And it's pointing out the left side of my lip. It's just blatantly poking into my lip, which, by the way, it's rock hard and it still hurts to this day. So I go back and I'm like, this is 2 weeks after for the post-op or whatever. And I'm like, this is poking out of my lip. Can you do something about it? So I go back 1 week later for the post-op and I tell him this and he's like, okay, so he tries to move it, right? He is fucking like fucking moving it over and it's stinging. I'm like, please stop. And I'm like, what can we do to fix this? I'm like, I have to get back to filming. My week's worth of videos were up. Like, please tell me. First off, I get like really upset when I don't film at all. It's just a weird thing. It's like a routine to me. I need to like put out content, whether it's shit, slinging videos here and there. I'm kidding, but he's like, we can go back in and I can put in a different size, or I can fix it. Yeah, forget the size. This is next. So now, the second time, he's like, since you cried the first time, I'll put you to sleep this time. You're just going to have to pay for the second time he told me I didn't have to pay for anything, so that's fine. But the third time, he did, and that was to take it out. So this is the second procedure. He's like, I will replace the implant. Because the top one, in my opinion, I think it looked really good. Mind you, the top one, I said, right? So the bottom one's poking out. So he's like, let's schedule this for this Monday. I think I went in on that Friday after I went in the Friday before. Yeah, 1 week post-op. And then he's like, we can get you right back in on Monday. So let me explain that they only slit, as you saw in that video, the corners of your lips. They make a little teeny incision, which, by the way, has caused lines right here that I never had before, which sucks because as I get older, those are going to get bigger. So I don't know. I go back in the second time. The anesthesiologist was really fucking cool, actually. And he says he's going to put me to sleep with propofol. Propofol is an anesthetic that everybody gets it, like for colonoscopies, for like getting your tubes tied. It's really cool. It's unfortunately, allegedly what Michael Jackson died from. Like, it's really cool. Michael Jackson died from it. No, that was a whole different thing. He was like taking it to sleep. But I go under and we were actually talking about Michael Jackson before he like put the propofol in my arm. Dr. Luton comes in. He's like, I promise this is fine. So I wake up. Implants look great. In my opinion, they didn't look too bad at all, but let me show you. So that was the second procedure. I went back a week later, got the procedure done, the second one, remind you, and he actually gave me pain medication this time. So that was good. Like, I really appreciated that, but it didn't even hurt as much as the first time, except for like in the corners, it felt like two little cold sores that kept breaking open for like a week. A week goes by and I go to my post-op appointment to find out that he put in a smaller fucking size implant than the top one. So my top lip has a 5 mm implant and my bottom one has a 4 mm implant, causing my lips to look like this. So I bother him again and I call him and I said, this doesn't fucking look right. And we go in and he's like, oh no, it's only like 1/8 of an inch smaller. You're fine. He's like, they're swollen. I promise you'll be happy with them. I'm like, whatever. I leave. I try to make it work on social media, if you guys remember. I'm trying to get validation from everybody, trying to tell me, like, look, like, it's going to be okay, like, you're gonna be fine, you know what I mean? They look great. I'm trying to, like, not listen to the people who are like, why did you fuck up your face? Like, my whole held for review comments, like, I have certain words blocked out on our ASMR channel to where, so I just don't have to fucking deal with, like, the bullying in public. And I'm like, I can just delete the comments. So I'll go through them maybe once a week because they get really fucking long. Trust me. So I go in and all of them are just like, you fucked your face up. What the fuck did you do to your lips? You're a piece of shit. I hope you get stabbed 35 times. And like literally like this dramatic. And I'm like, okay, guys, like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, so I lost it. It was like 3 or 4 days later. I could not, like, since my second post-op, I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like telling the woman on the phone, I'm like, I don't care what I have to pay. Get these fucking things out of my fucking lips. Like, you guys, he even admitted, he's like, well, yeah, I botched the second one. I'll admit that. But I'm gonna tell you that this time it looks good. The second time, right? So the first time he admits that he fucking botches it. Right? He's like, well, this was what we were talking about in the second post-op appointment. He was like, well, no, I botched the first time, but now they look good. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of how he talks. I'm not really mocking the way somebody talks. I'm just trying to, my foot's itchy. So I really want to see this cat. He tells me, okay, that's fine. You know what? It's fine. Come in one more time and let's talk. So then I have to schedule to talk to him. And they're trying to get me to schedule like 2 days later. I'm like, I have to get back to filming. Please, like, help me. So they get me in that day. I have to drive 2 hours, whatever. I get there and he's like, what if I promised you if you wait another week, your lips will look like everything you want? I'm like, get them out of my lips. This is the second procedure. And I'm skipping out on like all the other crazy shit in between this, like how sore they were and how big they were and how I couldn't film and how I can't eat anything, how I can't fucking whistle, how I can't suck dick. Like, come on, man. Like, the important things in life, priorities, right? So I'm like, I want them out. And he's like, all right. So he scheduled me for the Monday. So we're at 3 weeks now. So there was the Friday previously, I had the second done. Friday previously from that I had the first procedure done. So now we're going into the third fucking procedure on a Monday, which was maybe, so that would have been 3 weeks. 3 weeks and 3 days, I guess, from Friday. I go in, puts me to sleep, takes them out, right? And sews me back up. So at this point, he is really not treating me very nice. Anesthesiologist was cool. I was like, should we worry about pain medication? This time it wasn't really anything. He's like, I'm not giving you any more pain medication. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. I go home. I was sore for like the first 2 days. It was actually really shitty, but I was so fucking happy to get them out. Now, let me explain what I hated about having them besides the way they looked. When I smiled, my smile was officially forever fucked up. Like, it's like it's crooked. It's like it's tilted. You know what I mean? It just, I mean, to you, if you guys like don't know like my face, first off, it's unsymmetrical in general, but it just like, I hate my life. So yeah, I couldn't smile. I couldn't, have good times with my husband. My mouth has been sore for like 3 fucking weeks. I can't do what I want. Couldn't whistle. I had to drink from a straw. I could not, you can't drink from a straw. You can't whistle. You can't fucking drink from a straw either. I'm like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was just shitty. I couldn't talk right. I was like stuttering. Like, then you guys know how like I have my retainer down here. Like my lips, like when I couldn't stretch my mouth. Excuse me. It was horrible. It was a huge fucking mistake. I should have just continued paying for the lip injections or just not gotten them at all. Worst experience of my fucking life regarding plastic surgery. In my opinion, everybody's like, well, everybody's trying to tell me you need to go to a different surgeon. Like, this surgeon this is the third fucking time that this has happened where something bad has happened. Like, the only thing that really didn't happen bad was when I had my lipo. My lipo from him, if you guys want a story time on that, that was like the greatest fucking thing I've ever had done in my body. I am so happy to have my hip dips gone. I know I still have a little pudge around the waist, but I am so fucking happy that my hip dips are gone and there's not a pouch of fat like on my waist. So super happy for that, but unfortunately, because of the lipo and not getting a tummy tuck with it, this stuff happens all the time. Like, it's more jelly like, so when I wear pants it like sticks. But I'm so happy with my lipo. But then there's my breasts that got, you know, a hematoma. Then there's my lips that he admitted to botching on the left side. I mean, you guys saw that picture. I'll show it again. It's sticking out of my lip, right? And every time I would talk, it would move inside my lip and like pinch me because it's sticking out the skin basically. It was shitty. So everybody's telling me, go to a new surgeon, go to a new surgeon. This is ridiculous. And it's like, should I? Like, I mean, I'm not getting any more surgeries. The only thing that I'm keeping up with is my face, which is my forehead, and I can't even get lip injections. Like, I promised that I would never get them again. But now they feel deflated. And I know I'm complaining. This is like really, truly, trust me, first world problems. Like, you know, there are shootings happening, people dying. Like,
my diamond earring came off in the ocean and it's gone. And there's people that are dying.
Like, that is literally me right now. But I'm just telling the story time that was asked, and I'm not putting it on our ASMR channel. So just go easy on me, please, because these things don't matter. They don't. But I mean, I would really like an opinion from you guys, like in regards to that. Do you think I should be seeking out a new surgeon? His staff know that I'm on YouTube. His staff have seen my breast implant video. I mean, they're gonna see this probably ultimately. And like, when I asked for the video afterwards of them filming me because he fucking insulted me during it, they were not giving it to me. They're like, well, we gotta edit it. I'm like, what? Are you gonna edit out the insult that you gave me while I'm crying, having a hook shoved through my lip? Like, is that it? And they're like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, okay. But, like, do you guys think I should, I mean, what am I gonna do? I only want to keep up with my face. Just, if there is one thing that I'm happy with, it's getting Botox. I don't like the lines on my forehead. I'm just not happy with myself. Like, there are days where I really do feel sexy and good, and you know what I mean? Then those are the days, like on Snapchat, like on social media, where I'm all over the place. Selfie after selfie. Like, I'm really feeling myself and loving myself. And then there's days like today where I'm like, all right, today's the day I'm going to film the lip implant video. Like, this weekend, for example, I went to the beach, right? By myself. And my husband stayed behind, and he went and stayed with his friend John, and on his new motorcycle I got him for his birthday, and everything's great, and we both had a really, really good time. But Vic and I are in an open relationship, as you know. We keep our outside relationships outside of our family. My husband and I are in a family of 4. We have 2 kids, and we are each other's, but anybody we dilly-dally with, or whatever the word is, that's so cheesy, outside of our relationship, we keep away from our families. But anyway, so I went to the beach and I hooked up, and like, my lips the whole weekend, you know, from when I left to when I came home, were like deflated. Like, I remember kissing, and literally I was just like, do my lips feel light? They're like, no, they're really soft actually. But they felt, you know what I mean? Like, deflated. Like, whenever I would move into kiss and they would like make contact, it feels like they're dough. Does that make sense? Like, I mean, you might not be able to see, but they just feel like dough. So, sorry, I wanted to make sure that I'm keeping the battery right. So yeah, I really just want to keep up with my face. Let me know what you guys think. This is a ridiculous, fucking messy ass story time. I promise I'm not like this like more than 80% of the time. Like, I promise. So so let's be disappointed twice, because I'm like really nervous. This cat is supposed to look like Munchkin. So again, before I open this, let's do another before of Munchkin. I'm gonna do a little photo compilation here and then a video. Ready?
Carpet hugger, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Munchkin. 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 What? What? Munchkin? he is. Come here. Munchkin? Oh, man. Munchkin.
Isn't he like life? He's everything. Okay, so here's the cat, apparently, that's supposed to look just like him. So you guys got a picture of the cat. Let's go with Munchkin. So this is pretty cool. They wrapped him in bubble wrap and like a bread box, literally like a bread box bag. What is this? Oh shit, he's literally in the bread. Cats are like bread, do you know what I mean? Like when their like little paws are like tucked under like this. They look like bread, right? Like a loaf of bread? Okay. So this is kind of cool they put him in this, I guess. But let's open him. I see his little paw. Now he was handmade, perfect dimensions, right? Color fur, like I gave him the weight, I gave them the dimensions of his paws, like how high his paws are, which were I think 6 inches. Like he is a tiny fucking cat, but he weighs 6 point something pounds. So I am nervous. I'm just gonna hold him up. Ooh. It smells like chemical. Oh God. You're not Munchkin. I'm gonna go get a comb. Let's put him to the side for a minute. He's all like matted down. Oh, God. Jesus. Jesus. He's like worse than when my cat gets diarrhea from feeding him too much wet food. No, I'm kidding. He's really sweet, but aww. Here's a little card it comes with. It says natural style, handmade. And then you open it up. It says kitten, Italian Italian plush, skeleton, glass eyes, something, something, and then something. If you guys can like, what do you call it? Interpret that for me. I can't read cursive very well. Made with love. www.etsy.com/shop/teddyktoys. And I think on Facebook their name's like Igor and then something else, which I'm going to have to show you. And then I think this is my order. Oh no, it says you have become the happy owner of collectible toys. And to create a comfortable environment for his stay in your home, some simple rules will help. Keep plush toy, blah, 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 under the influence of light. So here's that. Now let's comb this little piece of shit, because I mean they did perfect on the dimensions. Like I just don't think the face like looks right. So let's try to make it like it's Munchkin. Munchkin has his real name is Mac, but we call him Munchkin because he's Munchkin. Like he's a Munchkin. So let's just fluff him up and rat him up, because Munchkin's a rat. He literally is. He jumps like a weasel. I try to get a video for this video of him like jumping, because when he jumps he's literally like boop, 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 like because their bodies are so long. Like, these people at least got the dimensions perfect. They did. All right, I'm going to give them that. But we're going to fluff him out because I'm not having this busted-ass matte face. But I really do like him so far. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Munchkin is my best friend, okay? Munchkin is like my child, okay? So, when Munchkin passes... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting his ashes in something like this, like a real stuffed animal, you know, as a cuddle buddy. But what's really cool is, first off, he has silicone paw pads, and that's cool as shit. I love it. The body dimensions are perfect. Look how long. Long just like Munchkin. So let's put his head up. There we go. So this is perfect. But he's a little bit too white. But they got the body right. At least I got the body right. I think he's cute. I'm just trying to... What am I trying... Are we back at the other video again? The life size... Or what was it? The reborn baby doll or something like that. Yeah, this is real life. Like, we're doing this again. No, but this little guy, he's pretty cool. I dig him. He doesn't look exactly like Munchkin like I wanted him to, but he looks good enough. Like the eyes or something. I don't know, but... So there's that. I've been trying to open this, like... This has been sitting at the post office, #1, for like a week. My P.O Box, man, I like check it because I don't get anything much anymore unless like companies will send me little things, or I'll get like a fan mail here or there, and then I'll read it and I'll either respond to them on social media because people will leave their links, or because there's just not enough mail to be doing fan mail anymore. But if you guys would like to send any letters, I would love to read them on camera again. I just don't want to do like a single video for each one because of time, you know what I mean? Convenience and everything like that. But, so this is him, man. This is fucked up. Like, I'm really honored to have him, but he's just like ratty. I don't know. I can't even make him like ratty. And I think I think paint's coming off of my hand. But he wasn't that expensive at all. Like, he is nothing like that baby doll that I opened. So, that's pretty cool. There we go. There's a little rat. Yeah, keep it, like, right over the ears. He had his hair, and there we go. They even did a video for it. I'll have to show you guys. But yeah, so that is my perma lip implant story. It really, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to make this worth it, okay, guys? But don't get them. If I could refer you guys and tell you, like, if somebody came to me and said I'm getting perma lip implants, the first thing I would say is run the fuck away. The statistics are 50% of people who get perma lip implants get them out. Like 50%. 50. That's fucking huge. Like, liposuction, 90% of people are, like, happy. Breast implants, like, 99% people are, like, usually, or 95 or something. And then there's permalip. 50% of people are happy. Like, they say complications are, like, rolling around in your lip, or, like, the implants will whenever the swelling goes down, or, like, capsular contracture, but it's not the same as the breast, like I mentioned earlier. It's, like, just scar tissue forming around it, which warps your lips and gives you, like, a frown. Fucking don't do it, please. Like, if I could ask you guys if, like, anybody's, I'm gonna be, like, title, don't fucking get perma lip implants. Don't buy life-size cats if you, like, don't like it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to my shit show today. I will try. Like, my goal for this month on my board upstairs is to film 2 videos for this channel, but I don't know what you guys want to see. Like, maybe, like, a room tour or something. Like, you guys want to see a vlog, like, my kids, or I would prefer to keep my kids offline. I'm fucking tired of people commenting on how I raise my kids. My kids are the happiest, most thriving little shits in this whole world. They are fucking amazing. They are so happy. I don't need to justify myself for anybody, but then again, I'm not putting myself out there for anybody, so that they can make fun of, like, the way they look or something like that, because I'm fucking tired of that too. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's shit show, and please let me know down in the comments if you think I should get a new surgeon. Please let me know down in the comments what you just think of this video in general. And with that being said, as usual, I love you guys with all of my person, and I will see you on our ASMR channel tomorrow, family. Bye.
You look dog food.
I look like dog food?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you, kids.